Into the locker room as the players get set for the game ahead, looking to make a big splash here tonight. Happy Friday night, everyone. Time to kick off the weekend with the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, and with me tonight, Grant Hill and Tim Legler. And down on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Klay Thompson.
Yeah, clearly his offensive output has been on a bit of a decline. Now, that could point to a lot of things, but mostly I think he's just putting his focus elsewhere on the floor, looking for other ways to help out his team.
Looking at the starting five for the Dallas Mavericks. PJ Washington out there with flag. Then there's Max Christie. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Nembhard in at the point guard position. And for the Thunder, SGA and Wallace for the backcourt. In at forward, it's Dort and Williams. And it's Holmgren in at the five, down low. And we've got a great one for you here tonight. A good old-fashioned conference rivalry, Legs.
There's nothing wrong with teams disliking each other, and I think we've got that here tonight. It's been abundantly clear over the years. I would not be surprised if things got a little chippy tonight.
Ooh, that's what we're here for, baby.
I'm ready for it.
4 on the clock. From the arc. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. Here's Flag. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game. Nembhard finds Davis. Holmgren with the block. And they're able to recover. And it's Flag missing. And Holmgren's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. Last time they met was in Dallas, where they beat the Mavericks.
Yeah, they destroyed this team on the glass in the last meeting.
And it's blocked by Davis.
That is textbook rim protection from Davis. Going after the ball without making contact on the shooter.
And coming out swinging and hitting the game's first bucket.
And that begins what should be a terrific battle between these teams.
Here's SGA after Dallas' three-pointer on the other end. Chalk up 2 there.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. And it's 6'10" with almost a 7.5-foot wingspan. Is Anthony Davis better at the 5 position, Tim?
Well, B.A., he's versatile enough certainly to handle either spot, but he's made it clear he wants to play the 4. And given his injury history, I get where he's coming from.
From outside the arc. No good.
Well, it's early on in this one. Only one basket to speak of. There is time to start working together.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Wiggins, he's checked in for Wallace. Oklahoma City has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to Dort. Back to SGA. Holmgren with a screen on Nembhard. It's tipped. Stolen by Davis. And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Anthony Davis talked about what motivates him. He said championships, the things I do in the community, being a good teammate, playing hard. All that stuff matters the most to me. Don't get me wrong, money is amazing, but my legacy will win that battle every time. Brian, back over to you.
Priority straight. All right, Allie. Thanks a lot. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder with another miss.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
On the wing, Nembhard. A minute 6 left in the first quarter of the game. Outside Davis. Shot clock at 5. From deep. The Thunder with the rebound. Now Wiggins. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Williams from long range. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis.
You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
Back to Washington. And Washington powers it through.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter here. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Back to Dort. Lets the three fly. And another miss by Oklahoma City. Davis, the pass to DeMarc. Now Davis.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Dallas shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Shooting for Dallas, Anthony Davis at the line for two.
That one's off. Both teams deciding to change it up. He hits the second from the line. With one on the clock. The shot misses. And so it's Dallas with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Mavericks?
Yeah, showing grit on the glass is a good way to gain an advantage. They controlled the boards in the first.
They clearly wanted to be the more physical team, and they are setting the tone that way. I love the work.
On the court for Dallas here in the second. Daniel Gafford is out there with Najee Marshall. Then it's Thompson. Then it's D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams in at the two-guard spot. And Legs, more and more, we're seeing teams investing in player development. What's behind that?
Well, for one thing, more teams understand that your development staff doesn't count toward the cap, so you're open-ended in that regard. There are teams now looking for an edge by investing in areas where they're not constrained.
Winning on the margins, man. Now, here's Williams. Right now, contributing around 10.5 points a game. And the dunk by Gafford.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
Joe, the pass to Mitchell. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Back to Williams. Pass to Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Launches it from deep. Mavericks with a rebound. You know, Tim, when it comes to deflections and steals, who's better than the Thunder?
The answer, nobody. They pressure the ball, they run swarms of defenders at you, and they have a way of overwhelming and exhausting their opponents.
Now here's Russell. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. Holmgren, the pass to Wiggins. Mitchell up top. Over Russell. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. And so it's Russell who brings up the ball for Dallas. Williams passes to Russell. Can't get it to fall. So it's Oklahoma City now. They've only given up 2 points this quarter, fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
The key when you go into a hostile territory is play with a purpose and stay true to your game plan. That's what they did.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Jalen Williams, he's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Wallace comes in for Joe. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Mitchell. Here's Flag. Coming off a 22-point game against Miami.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Outside, Williams. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And looking at Jalen Williams, is there a part of his game you like best, Grant?
You know, it's tough to pick just one, B.A. He's such an all-around player. He can guard point guards, post players, you name it, and can score from anywhere on the court.
First one falls for him. Legs, you look at Jalen Williams coming out of college. Early doubts about his athletic ceiling proving unfounded.
No question about it. There were limitations placed on him as an athlete because he's got a fairly unique build if you think about it. Really long arms and barrel-chested, but his agility really opening eyes.
When you can never underestimate the heart, and he plays with a lot of it.
Absolutely.
Now here's Nembhard. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Flag. There's the three. Williams grabs the board. Thunder trail by 3. Wallace outside. Williams a screen on Christie. Outside, SGA. And it's Shea hitting the 3.
Wow, that is so quick by Shea on the catch and release.
46 seconds left in the first half of this game. On the wing, Davis. To the right side. Pass to Flag. Shoots over Caruso. With the clock winding down. And Davis slams it home.
That's just a defensive breakdown. You have to box out Davis.
20 seconds left in the second quarter. SGA deciding where to go with it. Williams a screen on Nembhard. That'll count. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good.
What an ending to the first half. A buzzer-beating 3 to take the lead.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Oklahoma City ahead. They're up by 1. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Welcome, everybody, and a good half underway in this one. The Thunder battling it out tonight.
Contributions from their bench, providing once again the importance of depth.
Yeah, with the way their starters play, they may also need their subs in the second half. And I'm not talking submarine sandwiches, even though I'm hungry right now.
And now let's take a glimpse at some of the games on the upcoming schedule.
Fairly easy stretch for them. Could even have some blowouts, allowing them to rest their stars a little bit.
That would be their best case scenario, but then again, best laid plans. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. The Mavericks trailing, and Legs, you look at this Mavericks roster, tremendous size up front.
Yeah, Brian, they've got great physicality up front, and that's what the league is allowing these days. So they've got the personnel to play some bully ball.
SGA and Wallace are the backcourt. Inside, we got Williams and Holmgren, and it's Dort in at the 3. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Now here's SGA. 5 points in the game. The 3, and Dort with the bucket on the assist from SGA. So Dort's got himself on the board with a 3 there. Pass to Flag. Now here's Davis. And here's Nembhard. Jacks up a 3. Drains the triple.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
SGA against Nembhard. Outside, SGA. Dort outside, takes a 3. hits a three-pointer. So Dortch got 6 points.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Holmgren. And a quick look at the teams who repeatedly get the job done from the line. Oklahoma City, second.
And this is a team that knocks down their free throws at an elite rate. Whoever they go up against should always try to avoid fouling them at all costs.
90 seconds into the second half now. Gilgeous-Alexander against Nembhard. Tim, you graduated with an MBA from an elite business school. How has that impacted how you look at the NBA?
Well, it certainly gives you a look at how the business side of things are impacted in the NBA and a real grasp of the numbers. And man, oh man, are those numbers big at this level.
Just 4 to shoot. Dort for 3. He buries it from 3. And now it's a 7-point Thunder lead.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. The Thunder are trying to be efficient scoring. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said, quote, ultimately, it just comes down to taking what the defense gives you and trusting your teammates. You need them to win at a high level. That's clear as day, and I want to win at a high level, so I have no option. Back over to you.
Sharing the rock. Allie, appreciate the report. Wiggins, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And Dallas with a change here, too. Gafford's checked in. Oklahoma City leading by 7. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Nembhard. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. For Dallas, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. And Tim, to have the success that SGA has had, is there something different to his approach?
Well, B.A., I just think he's so shifty, so quick in changing directions, and he can decelerate once he gets into the paint. That change of pace makes it very difficult to stop, and it's the reason he's the perennial league leader in drives to the rim.
Shout out Canada, too, eh?
Of the North.
Their defensive effort is certainly lacking since halftime. They need to wake up.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. So for Oklahoma City, Williams comes in for Jalen Williams. And Mitchell subbed in for Dort. Dallas also making some changes. Marshall, he's checked in for Washington. Thompson comes in for Christie. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Nembhard. The shot by Russell, no good. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They're on an 11-3 run. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Yeah, and that's a shot he'll make 90% of the time. He just couldn't get it to go right there.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Thompson for 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Mitchell against Russell. Here's SGA. SGA, what a finish.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
And so it's Oklahoma City closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. We'll be right back after this word. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
I just love the way he plays. He does a great job of making everyone around him better.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter. They've got Daniel Gafford. Anthony Davis is out there with Najee Marshall. And it's Thompson. And it's Russell in at the 1.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
Davis, the pass to Russell. Mitchell grabs a miss. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 14 points, their largest margin of the game. The Mavericks on offense. Gafford with a screen on Wiggins. Beyond the arc. Williams grabs the board.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Wiggins lets loose for three. Knocks down the trifecta.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
And so it's Russell who brings up the ball for Dallas. Timeout. Trailing by 17. And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. So for Oklahoma City, Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Williams. Lou Dort comes in for Wiggins, and Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Mitchell. And a new group getting ready for the Mavericks. Washington's checked in for Gafford. Flack comes in for Marshall. Christie's checked in for Klay Thompson, and it's Nembhard in for Russell. Davis, Holmgren with the block.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
Wallace outside. Here's Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander fires, and another three for Oklahoma City.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
Well, they are hunting deep shots, but they'll take the layup if you give them one.
Inside, and a one-handed slam.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Thunder leading by 18. Outside, SGA. Outside Dort from deep. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Pass to Davis. Here's Flag. Dort defending. Nembhard outside. Shot clock at 6. Down low. Washington. And Washington powers it through.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Thunder.
It was stop and go for them along the way, but they finally seized full control of this game.
BA, the scoreboard definitely doesn't tell the whole story. They were able to pull things together when things got tough, and of course, they closed strong.
Looking at this year so far, this will make 22 wins for them.
And with just one game left to play between them, they've captured the first 2 meetings of the year.
And we've come to expect these kinds of strong games for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
The scoring effort from him, unreal. Carrying this team, I mean, he was amazing tonight.
Oh, there's the alley! We've got 33 seconds left in the game. Kicks it out to Holmgren. Williams against Washington. They set the pick. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. P.J. Washington picks one up.
It's so difficult to contain Williams. He's using his strength effectively to create that contact inside.
Take a break.
And that one misses. Good on the second one. 17 seconds left in the fourth. Russell deciding where to go with it. And so Oklahoma City takes this one, and by a big margin, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, Give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Tim Legler, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson.